Come to me. Come to me, kitty. Say hello. Hello? How you doing? I've given Axel free reign over the shop. But how's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Today we are working on the 1.8 engine. We are going to be totally disassembling it down to the bare block and getting it ready to ship off to the machine shop. Now, when I bought this engine, I thought that only the head gasket was blown. Turns out the head is also possibly warped. So I want to get this thing pulled apart as soon as possible, get it off to the machine shop to see if it can be fixed. If it can't be fixed, I need to get a new head, which is fine. It was cheap. I want to figure that out as soon as possible. Getting a little bit of a late start because I drove all the way to the shop, realized I forgot my tripod, had to drive all the way back, and then back. And by the time I got back here and got everything ready, it's like 4 o'clock. But I'm not leaving until I can hold a rod in my hand. I like holding rods. Also, sorry for the lack of videos recently. I was on vacation, but I'm back now. Now the motor is already kind of disassembled. It doesn't have a oil pan, doesn't have an intake manifold, doesn't have a exhaust manifold. I almost said extake manifold. That's, no. So that's kind of nice. However, that also means we're missing a lot of those things and mostly the bolts for those things. So that might be kind of a pain in the long run, but that's okay. 90% of this motor is being replaced with new parts. So we really don't have to worry about the condition of all the stuff in there because it's probably not gonna be very good. The most important thing is organization and keeping track of all the bolts and stuff. I bought a ton of Ziploc bags. I bought a couple of like shelving units to organize everything. So we're gonna tear it all apart, organize it, put it away. So when we go to rebuild this thing, it's easy to put back together. But without any further ado, let's start tearing this thing down. Let's start with the head and go to the bottom. Start by removing the valve covers. See how this baby looks. Where's all the oil? It's so clean. Wow, I didn't expect that. Pretty good looking engine, honestly. It's been sitting for a while, so there's not much oil in here, which is nice because everything's pretty clean. So, coolio. There we go. There we go. For instance, this front cover only had one bolt holding it in. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to get a new one of these. Now, in order to continue, I gotta take this little bolt off. Well, it's not very little, but in order to do that, I need an impact gun. So I'm gonna have to roll the engine closer to the air compressor so I can reach with the impact gun and zip this off. You didn't freak out. I had meant to buy a can of brake cleaner, but I didn't. I wish I did. This is why. Shit is so gross. Now you can really clearly see how this is the head and this is the block. See, like it's very noticeable that these are two separate things right now. Let's go ahead and pull off the water pump and then we can get to pulling off the head. Oh, looks quite rusty in there. I'm starting to wonder if the block is even usable. Next thing to do is to go ahead and remove the camshafts. The reason why you loosen them in stages is so your camshaft doesn't get bent or broken by the valve springs. That would be no bueno. Although I'm getting new camshafts anyway, so doesn't really matter, but better safe than sorry. Alright, so now the cams are out. I'm pretty excited because that's the most I've ever done to an engine. It's exciting, it's fun. Next thing to do is take the lifters out, mark them, take off the rear water neck, the two engine hoist things, and then we can take off the head. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and set about removing the head. Here are the head bolts, as you can tell. They are 12.12 millimeter. You have to remove them in a certain order, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. As you can see, I also marked the lifters. If you are curious, we are going to be building the head as well, getting new valves, valve springs, new cams, that kind of stuff. So this is gonna be a full build, boys. But we are probably going to have the machine shop do the valves and valve springs because I don't exactly trust myself doing that. So, all right, those guys. Is it Haggard? Yes. Will it work? Most likely. Nice and easy. The pistons look in decent condition. They're a little dirty. This one's a little rusty. That's because they've been sitting for a while. But yeah, the head gasket is actually brand new because, like I said, Tyler Fialco replaced it. But the engine still doesn't have any compression. That's why we think the head over there is a little warped. But damn, this is exciting. Like, I actually feel like I'm doing stuff. I know how to take apart an engine. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. How much stuff is gonna pour out? Oh, I hear something. Oh, there goes some fluids. Okay. So now this entire thing should come off. There we go. Cylinder 1 and 4 are just asking to be removed. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to removing those. There we go. Oh. Well, good thing I'm getting new rods and pistons. So we're almost there, but we aren't quite done yet. We want to go ahead and remove the crankshaft. So we got 4 main, 5 main. Let's get the fucking crankshaft out of there. Now all the main bearings are ready to come off. However, before I do that, I forgot to take the oil pump off. So let's go ahead and take that off. Yum. Now all we have to do is remove those oil squirters down there. Ugh! What was that? Something dripped down my leg. And well guys, that is that. The BP4W is completely torn down to the block. Everything is apart. It's all ready to go to the machine shop. What's next? Well, we need to get all the stuff for the head and then send all that off to the machine shop to have all the magic done with that and it assembled. And then we have to get pistons, rods, maybe a new crankshaft, new bearings, new oil pump, new water pump, all the seals, all the lines, new manifold, new turbo, new injectors, new fuel rail. There's a lot. And that's all very far to come. But for now, we have to send this stuff off to the machine shop to get all tidied up and make it look nice again. I want to also like get these stuff powder coated or something, like professionally painted, so they look nice. But yeah guys, that was really fun. The thing I like about it is that it's not like a ton of struggling against rusted bolts and hard things. It's like kind of more precise and more detail oriented. None of the bolts were stuck. I did the entire thing with a 14, a 12, and a 10mm socket and 1 wrench with a big pipe and a screwdriver. That's it. That's all it took to completely tear down this engine. And here are all our old stock internal bits. We got our head with our lifters, our valve springs, our stock bolts, stock valves. We got our pistons. We got our rods. We got our rod bearings. We got our rings. We got our crankshaft, our main bearings, our oil squitters, all of the other bearings, some cam gears, some camshafts, all the fun stock stuff, which I think 90% of this stuff is going to be replaced. Everything besides maybe that. I haven't decided if we're going to get like a forged crank or not. The thing is that the stock cranks are pretty strong already, so I don't know if we need it. It looks like a lot of stuff, but it really isn't. Like, it's a lot simpler than it looks, guys. Once you like get the outer stuff off, all the inner stuff is pretty simple. Oh god, that's gonna bug me. There we go. Before I go any further, I want to give a huge thanks to Greg Peters, or the Car Passion channel. He's got a YouTube channel all about Miata stuff, and he makes really awesome Miata videos. That's what I just said. He made a very detailed how to disassemble your Miata motor that I pretty much followed exactly, and that is how I was able to do this so easily. It was really easy, guys. Like, I'm telling you, this is one of the easiest things you can do. It's a little scary, but it's easy. I started at 3, it is now 7. It took me 4 hours, and like I said, 3 sockets, 1 wrench, and a screwdriver. That is it. Assembling it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. I am gonna do that myself too. Maybe it's not the best idea to have the first engine I ever build have to get such high horsepower, but I wanna try it. I wanna give it a shot. It's gonna be fun. It's also gonna be cheaper in the short run. However, if I completely assemble it and then blow something up, it's gonna be much more expensive in the long run, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, guys, hopefully you're excited for this build. It's gonna be a while until we continue because the machine shop is a very popular machine shop and it's got quite a long wait. You guys know who AMS is? They build like awesome GTRs, Audi R8s. Well, they are located here in St. Charles, and the machine shop that they have all their engines built by is also here in St. Charles. They build a lot of GTR engines and high horsepower, like 2,000, 3,000 horsepower GTR engines. So they're very good at what they do, but because of that, they are very popular and have got a very long wait. It's gonna be like 2 to 3 months before I get this stuff back, so. But that's okay, I need to save up money anyway. One more look at this beautiful stuff. Oh, can't wait until all this is like super shiny, fancy, colorful parts. Oh, it's really awesome. Axel already knows his name. Hey Axel, where are you? Axel? Axel. Oh, is that you? Oh God, that scared me. Hi. Hello, buddy. What are you doing? Behind the chair he goes. Axel getting... you stuck back? What are you doing? He's such a dork, but he's awesome. Alright, well, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to give it the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're new, please consider subscribing. It also really helps. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.